Hello. Welcome back to another YouTube channel today with me. This time I'm thinking about doing mostly of what I've eaten in a day type of video. So I've already eaten noodles and ice cream. So I kind of recording late. But I feel like making French toast bites right now, so let's go and make some. So we made it to the we made it to the kitchen where all the food is, obviously, and the drinks. So now I'm just gonna get all my ingredients together so we can make mini French toast sticks. So. Here's the food. This is everything they're going to be needing. Well, this is as far as the food base. So we're going to need some bread. Obviously, just whatever bread you have in your pantry. Whatever bread you have in your pantry works perfectly fine. It could be raisin. It could be plain. It could be buttery. It could be whatever you want. Milk. We have almond milk, so that's what I'm going to use. Some cinnamon. Obviously, you need some cinnamon. Some vanilla extract. Yeah, my mom's probably gonna kill me if I'm using this. And then some eggs, and then also the same thing with this, some brown sugar. As far as different utensils and stuff that you may need, you're gonna need a bowl to mix it with, a fork, a pan. A pan works better. You can use and some butter. You can use butter. I normally use butter to make sure it's not sticking or nothing. So. And then a spatula. That's all you're going to need. So, we're going to make our mixture for the French toast. I'm going to do French toast bites, but I'm going to make them as if I'm doing French toast sticks. And then I'm only using 4 or 5 slices of bread as well. Mainly because I want to make sure not only me and my siblings get some, but I want to make sure that it's fair for everybody to get the exact same amount, or roughly close to the exact same amount. I don't want there to be, oh, well, I didn't get as much as so-and-so got, or so-and-so got this much more than what I did. Well, like, in our family, we stopped kind of doing that, so, but just in case. With everything is either equal or we don't get it at all. So we're gonna start off with 2 eggs. Whatever egg you have, brown, white, purple, green, orange, yellow, blue, whatever color works perfectly fine. All eggs works the exact same for this recipe. For those who I know I'm gonna have a bunch of questions, so for those who ask, it doesn't matter. Now, with all the ingredients that I do have, you don't have to have exactly almond milk, or exactly brown sugar, or you don't have to have exactly what I have to make this. So, let me grab a paper towel. You can basically, you can use whatever you have. So it's not just, oh, well, what I have. You can use whatever. So if you have whole milk, I'm pretty sure, I don't think anybody drinks that, but for everybody who do, you can use whole milk. You can use whatever you want, whatever you can tweak it to fix your family's taste or likes. Especially if you have family members that may have allergies. And then, now, for the rest of this stuff, it's not being measured. It basically put as much as whatever you desire. So, normally when I do mine, I don't be trying to make a lot of it for the simple fact that I'm not trying to use a lot of pieces of bread either. So right now, I'm not trying to use a lot of it, so I'm not trying to put a lot of bread in, a lot of ingredients in here. So I'm not using it. Now what I did first was I went ahead and scrambled up my eggs just to make it a little easier for me. And then I added the other two wet ingredients. And then I'm gonna add my dry ingredients. I tend to do it that way, starting off with scrambling the eggs, mainly because I've noticed when I made this other times that the eggs, when they're not fully mixed all the way, they tend to be like globs, and I'm not trying to have globs. Now, like I said, you guys can put your desired amount in this. It doesn't have to be. I'm not measuring this because I make it the exact same every single time, and it comes out perfect. Now, the only thing that might be different is like how much of stuff that I'm using. Because there's times I want it just for myself, or there's times where I want to make it for everybody. Or just for one person, other than myself. Okay, so I just put the cinnamon in there. And then I'm putting a little bit, now with the vanilla and the brown sugar, I'm only using a little bit because I want to be mindful of what everybody else in the household may want to use it, especially my mom, she bakes. So I'm trying to be very mindful for that. So I don't put, especially brown sugar, I don't be putting a lot. Now, this may have you going to sleep. Just gonna let you know. I'm just saying. You might be asleep, slumped over with a blanket. Okay, especially if you do it right. Now, some people are probably gonna try to do it the exact same way I did it, and they may not like it. That's fine, but I'm saying it now. Make it the way that you are gonna like it. Use ingredients that you like. Don't try to use the same ingredients that I'm using and think you're gonna like it. Everybody has different tastes. Everybody likes different things. So use what you have and use what you like. Now, it's gonna look more like this. You can't really see it, but now you're gonna make sure all this sugar is dissolved. Smells so good. Smells amazing. Okay, so now that I got the wet mixture already prepped, I'm going to put this in the refrigerator. So, but then now I'm going to go ahead and put all of my other ingredients up just for the sakes of it. And so this stuff, especially like the milk and the eggs, is not out and it doesn't start to go bad. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and work our way to the bread. Like I said, I want everybody to have a fair amount, so I want everybody to have a fair amount, so I'm only going to do 4. And yes, I washed my hands. I washed my hands prior to doing all this. I do. Yes, I do. gonna start off with one. Some people cut the edges off. I'm not gonna cut the edges off because I think the edges taste better when they're included. And we don't waste food. And I'm not going to either. So I cut them straight like I'm making steaks, and then I go ahead and do 2 more other cuts to go ahead and make this first few of French toast bites. Okay, I'm gonna cut the rest of these and I'm gonna come right back. So I just got finished cutting up the bread. I sectioned them off to where there's 4 portions for me and my siblings so that we can get an equal amount and that it would be fair for everybody else. So now that what I'm about to do, is I'm about to get me probably not even a half a tablespoon, just a little bit of butter, put it in the pan, and make sure that the pan is on. Make sure the pan's on and put it on the stove and let the butter go ahead and start melting. If that butter is not melted, it's not heated. And normally what I do is I pick the pan up and I start moving it around so that way the area that I'm working with, it all has butter. And there's enough butter too. Now, after you get, because I'm 9 times out of 10 I'm gonna be working in batches, 4 different batches. That way everybody's getting done. And then it's not overworking my pan. So, excuse me. After every big time that you use it, or let's say you're doing a whole slice of bread, after each slice of bread, go ahead and put some more butter and let it do its thing, especially if you don't have non-stick pans. If you do not have non-stick pans, you're going to need to butter that pan down or spray that pan down. Same thing with the spray. If that spray isn't looking like it's starting to not burn, but a little like turn a little brown, then it's not heated up. So I'm gonna go ahead and start doing that, and then after that I'm basically going to show you guys the final results. And then so this is the final results, this is the ending, this is how they should look when you get finished cooking them. There's some that I prefer ours to be a little darker, as you guys can see, instead of a little lighter like I see some other people doing. You guys can pair this however you want, with fruit, with syrup, whatever you guys may want. So just wanted to come and show you guys the results. Like I said, you guys can pair this with anything. You guys can eat this as a dessert. You guys can eat this for breakfast by all means. But that looks so wonderful. Now, this video is now at its end. I'm gonna go ahead and share with my siblings. But I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day, and I hope you guys like, comment, and share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Bye!